Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 4 of season 3 of The Bear. Last episode, I think, showcased why I think they have set their bar a little too high right out of the gate for this restaurant. And yeah, what a chaotic episode. Good God. Anyway, let's go back in for more. If you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. So please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps the videos out. That all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4, Violet. Here we go.
You know what day it is?
It's Wednesday, but I really had to think about it.
No, I had no idea. Does that happen to you?
All the time.
I really liked Wednesdays.
Because you're halfway through the week. I'm going to tell you something. I have to be honest, I like Mondays.
You psychopath. No wonder they broke up.
Favorite day.
Not Sundays.
Anxiety for the week.
Yep.
All
Agreed.
restaurants close.
Or that.
So, anxiety that I have nothing to do, I guess.
I don't know. Friday or Saturday, I would have to say for me.
Your heart's beating kind of fast. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
I just have a raging hard on right now. Or it is Carmi and he's literally just having a panic attack, but surprisingly holding it together pretty well. Which, very not Carmi. Dude is a fucking firecracker.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I was wondering about that too.
Grabbed a really hot pot.
I
Wow.
must have really grabbed it because it's really deep.
I thought maybe that was like a knife wound, but it was a little large to be a cut. I mean, I got a 3rd degree. I don't know if you could see that. It's going to face track.
This girl came in with like cuts all over her on
Hot water.
the 4th of July. It's always the worst day. That and fucking St. Patrick's Day.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of drunk ass
That's the worst
idiots.
time in a restaurant.
Saturday at 8:15.
Think about that and then multiply it by fucking hell.
Okay.
I don't know, man. The restaurant seems like hell. Then again, no one's life should be on the line.
She was like 17 and she was at this party and she was dancing and it was really bad.
What happened?
She tripped and fell onto a glass table and it ripped through her. And she had cuts all over her arms and her back and her stomach, and it was everywhere, and she was bleeding, and we couldn't figure out what the source was, and she didn't know what happened. She didn't know where she was, and we were slammed, so I read her chart wrong, and she had a penicillin allergy, and she went into shock, and it was fucking terrifying.
Shit.
Okay, yeah, I take back anything I was saying about that. There's not even like close. Like there's nothing even remotely close to like that kind of shit, man.
She was in surgery forever, and when she got out, she was covered in stitches and skin glue, and she was gonna have scars like all over her body. But when she finally woke up, she couldn't stop laughing. I don't think it hurt yet.
Well, that could be a metaphor for a lot of things right now, man. God, what a fucking opening. Good God. Started from like nice, cute, endearing, lovely, and then turned real bad real quick. Is he just turning it on to like to be back in that moment? To feel like she was still there. It's gorgeous, man. One blossom on this dead vine.
Okay, just say it. What do you think? It's,
Oh. I was like, what are we doing? Where are we? Who's she staring at? What's going on? She's getting her own place, I presume. I'm assuming.
it's small, it's expensive, and it's a longer ride to work.
Well, you're being pretty negative.
I think you could stay with me and save money.
Well, I already told you I'm getting a raise.
But you still haven't told me what the partnership agreement says.
I can't. They're still fine-tuning it because that's why I can't. And that hasn't said to yet. Whatever.
Have you felt these walls? They're
No,
thin.
I haven't felt the walls. They're
They're
they're fine.
No, I don't know what's flimsier, these walls or the partnership promises.
Do you want me to tell you? I can tell you.
It's thin.
It's fine. I'm saying. You're just saying things.
I'm not. I just want you to take your time.
Well, I can't. Because I already signed the lease.
Oh, well, shit.
Sydney.
She does
Better go find you a
just
couch.
run headfirst into things, you know.
Secondhand store.
Yep.
Aw.
You awake?
Yeah.
Is this everybody's day away from the restaurant? Like, you know, then in the opening, like where Carmi's like, on this day, he doesn't know what the fuck to do when he doesn't have work. Meanwhile, we're seeing everybody else and what they're getting into.
Who's Frank?
Frank's mama's fiance, baby.
What do I call him?
I don't know. Call him whatever you want.
Just
He's
not dad.
Like Carmi.
No, baby, nobody's like Carmi. But you like Frank, right? Yeah. Everything's a little different, though, huh?
Means you're by yourself.
I'm not by myself. I'm with you.
No. Oh.
You think I'm alone?
Mom does.
Did she? Did
She
say
talking shit?
alone or lonely?
I don't know.
There is a
Yeah.
difference between being alone and being lonely.
Right now?
No, for my birthday on the cake.
And I'm pretty damn sure I recognize that fucking claw right there that he's laying on top of.
Auntie Didi's coming to the wedding? Amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aww, they're
Yeah.
cute.
I love you.
I love you.
Damn it, he never got up. I didn't get to see it. Could swore that was like one of the old like monster dolls from like the early 80s and 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. Oh, finally taking it off. Time to get back out there. I'm surprised he did not shoot some finger guns in the mirror, man.
What are you thinking about?
Work.
Promised I'd see her before.
What's
That.
saying? Find Didi before Didi finds you.
Is that what it is? I think so. Okay.
Dexter says the same things. Aw, she's going out to the farmer's market. Shit, I need to do that. I keep forgetting. I need to go get some honey.
Used to be you could come down here, buy everything you needed for a full menu, all in one spot. Whatever grows together, goes together.
Like this family, like our kitchen, I hope.
You take care now.
Her smile gives me life.
It's a little angly. Make it flush. Make it flush.
Make it flush.
Gonna like this? I think he's gonna love it. I think he's gonna love it too. Hey, yo, Carm, you come on in here! Help! No! Please!
Fuck!
I don't want to.
Just
God,
come in
I can't.
because it's nice in here.
I can't.
Help you!
I can't complain. This was me when I was a kid. My mom made the doctor gaslight me into thinking that if I kept doing shit like that, I would lose my voice forever and that my throat would tighten up and die. Oh. What the hell?
I hate this feeling.
Yeah, what feeling, Carm?
Take a stand, man. How you do better.
Maybe we've reached as far as your talent can go.
I'm not sure. This looks good though. This is smart. Good job. Ted?
Chef.
Yeah.
It makes him nervous. It unsettles him because
And hey,
it
you
pushes him.
put these in a binder behind the hostess stand, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
These two are so weird, man. I love it.
If any single one of these people come into this building, yeah, you need to realize it's code red. Code red. Code red. Red,
Oh, that's
impossible. I've already memorized every single one.
I just printed this shit.
I pre-memorized.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Your memory's so sick.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah, I have the best one.
Yo, honestly.
except when you forget to pour water into the glass.
They're starting to like respect me.
No.
No, like as a man.
He was like,
respected you,
no.
let me know that information.
He hasn't said-
Just so you know, he hasn't said anything.
How sick is it that I work here?
It's the best.
I love you.
I love you so much.
I'm gonna go help you, bro.
Go. Slice some bread. Yeah, slice the. Shut up.
They're so chaotic.
I would work the window, Chucky would rock bags, Mikey rocked the register. Shit was like General Hospital.
I worked in hospital once.
Really?
Many people died.
We're more than fuck, man.
What the fuck, bruh? Okay, we got some comedy at least, finally.
What would you be?
Caterpillar.
Why?
I don't know. It just was the first thing that popped into my head.
Because he needs to cocoon, and eventually he will become a beautiful butterfly.
I don't mind being a fox.
I love foxes until I learned that they piss under any sign of duress. Oh!
What's up, Frankie?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
What's up, Waldo?
Waldo.
Holy shit, that's Frank!
You got a sec?
Love you, babe.
I like Josh Hartnett, right? I'm not like losing my shit, right?
She asked me what to call you cousin or step person or whatever. So
Yeah, Waldo it is.
could be worse.
Better than asshole.
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous right now, which is crazy.
Why?
I want to talk to you about something, but I'm not quite sure how to.
Frank, just spit it out, dog.
Hmm.
I should be about something.
What are you feeling shitty about?
I should have given you a heads up before I asked Tiff to marry me.
Oh.
I'm not her father.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
But
Uh,
I should have talked to you. Daughter's amazing, man.
Oh, I'm aware.
Right. Tiff's, like,
Also amazing.
exactly. And I should have been a gentleman.
hmm.
I just wish I'd said something.
You don't need my permission, Frank.
No, I know, but I also know that this can be a little weird, and I don't want to add to the weirdness. I want things to be good, and you and I are probably going to spend a lot of time together, so and I like that. Look, whatever, I'm talking way too much, so.
How long have you had this house?
3 years.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad he's not a dick. Or at least he's seemingly not a dick. He seemed legitimately concerned about coming into this situation like he had.
Are you sure this is okay?
Oh, sure.
Hey, you're coming, right?
Oh,
Didn't RSVP?
yeah. I've been slammed.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I mean, the Bear's supposed to be like amazing, and we're still waiting for you to tell us when we can come in.
When it's perfect.
It is not there yet. He was like, what does that mean? I'm not psychotic, right? Josh Hartnett. Yeah, the Bear. Okay. Thank God. I know I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. I think the last thing I saw him was like he jump scared me. I didn't even realize it was him until like later was when he popped up in Oppenheimer.
Yes, I know it's early, but I snuck into the Bear.
Oh, when?
Oh.
2 weeks ago.
How'd you get past Carmen and Richie?
They seemed pretty busy yelling at each other.
Sure. Very embarrassing.
No, that's all good, you know. I've been there, sea legs, you know. But it was, other than that, the vibe was perfect.
I don't even want to ask how the food was.
Chef, it was excellent.
Thank you.
No, really, excellent. I mean, there was a scallop dish that was lights out, and it felt really new.
New, like
not carmy.
Yeah.
Well, it was both of us together. So.
Right, well, it was really great.
Aww.
You gotta stop by and eat. We'd love to have you in.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really nice. It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, Chef.
Okay.
No.
Bye.
I'm glad she got to hear that.
Thanks.
Yeah. You good?
That's still not awkward. Stop cutting yourself.
Thanks. Grapefruit. The allspice, we are keeping that, but it needs
great.
more heat.
Has anyone seen the very colorful tape?
No, not now. No.
Okay. Oh.
What did you change?
Lost the habanero.
Carm, that was the whole point
I
of
know,
the
but we
dish.
changed the Scotch bonnet, which is also pepper. So.
I know that it's also a pepper. That's not the point. You can't just change. Okay, you know what? Fine. I know that it's good. I know that it's better. The point is something that you're not going to want to talk about, which, you know, I think illustrates that it really is the point. This communication between front and back of house is killing us. 5 minutes ago, I had Nat type and print up menus because I was told and she was told that the menu was locked. In that time, did you tell anyone else that the menu was not in fact locked? That there would be a change?
That's a
communication.
That's a fucking
Yes.
no. Hell yeah. I like that he even like picked up on it right then and there. Good job, buddy. Whew.
You, still not smoking?
Still not smoking.
Nice.
How's that going? It's been like 3 weeks, right?
41 days.
Okay.
Ooh.
You miss it?
Yeah, like every 10 seconds. How's your dad feeling about the place?
I mean, to be fair,
Here, let's
that
go
shit
around.
is slippery as all hell.
Yeah? All right. Not good?
Oh, that's awful.
Kind of like it.
Of course you would.
I am researching the star system.
I didn't realize you were into astrology.
Do you know that stars?
Good one,
dictate
buddy.
whether anything
Good
in a
one.
restaurant is-
May I express a thought? Speaking for myself, I do not give a flying fuck into a rolling donut about the gastronomical proclivities of some dusty French tire marketing exec. I'm a Pirelli guy. I have been from way back, although I would say that a Goodyear is probably a more practical choice for our Chicago winners, but fucking Michelin-minded rats, no?
Okay, I'll let them know. Hey, what is that?
Zen Garden, Kyoto, Philosopher's Path. This director that I admire, he visited this, and when he got there, he was like, "What is this? A bunch of just rocks and comb sand." And he didn't really, know what to make of it. But then, slowly,
What
he
director?
began to realize,
Yeah, that the rocks are people and we're all separated.
fucking yeah, exactly, and that this is in fact an illustration of human nature and how we are all of us alone in this world. How did you know that?
Pete, he's a Friedkin fan.
Yeah, well, his movies work on several levels.
Oh.
I'm gonna go there someday.
You should take Pete.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. How's my niece?
She's almost here.
What was that?
I'm thinking about how to not let what's in here, how to not let that get to her.
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
You do?
I got nothing though. You have any luck?
I have nothing.
No.
How's Evie?
Good. You think it's better if I back off?
Oh,
I don't
let
wanna
them be a
back off.
family.
Is it confusing for her? Everyone's talking about how Frank is the shit, and I don't know, maybe it's weird that I'm around.
I think it'd be weird if you weren't around.
Yeah.
What does she think?
Tiff?
No, Evie.
She thinks I'm alone.
Are you?
Hey, did we make the week?
Ah, don't dodge, buddy. Oh.
Tomorrow we would have made the week.
Fuck.
Yeah. A day late, 5,000 short. Always.
Wow.
Always.
Fucking over and over and over.
Jimmy's gonna fucking freak out. Wonder who's calling me.
Jimmy.
With photos? For what?
All right, so cut here. See how it's all nice and tight?
Chef Sydney, a word.
So, why is the Tribune coming to take pictures?
Shit.
Chef Sydney, why is Chef Carmen saying shit like that?
Because we're being reviewed. Like
Oh.
Like
What?
they've already been here.
Oh. Oh. Lovely. Yeah. Hopefully it went well. Was that the guy though? Like, was he the one that was in there undercover? Is he the one doing the review, or was it somebody else they missed? Another person that went under the radar despite the flyers and shit that FAC printed out and everything, or the facts printed out. You know, it's just kind of was just a day in the life of everybody when they aren't on. You know, we got to see them during the day working, like the work day. On fire, on repeat last episode, and this was like their calm between the storms, what some of them are doing on their off days when they're not in the kitchen, even though on their off days a lot of them are in the kitchen. Seeing Richie spending time with his daughter, having this interaction with her soon-to-be stepfather, played by Josh Hartnett, another little fucking surprise there. And just how, like, I get, it's a messy situation. It's a complicated situation, or it can be. It doesn't always have to be, but I get it. And he was like beating himself up about it, you know, too, like about coming into a dynamic like that. You know, it comes with an innate awkwardness, or again, it can. In a lot of situations, I feel like it does. He seemed super cool about it, and he seemed real concerned about being the guy to step into that, which I think is at least a good sign. He's probably okay. It sucks, because Richie's not. He's not. You know, he's been wearing that ring this entire time, staying in touch, because he doesn't want to be away from them. He still, I feel like at some point, if they were to succeed, if they were to continue to evolve, and that's why he's like, hey, when can we come? It's like, when it's perfect. I think he was dragging things out in the hopes that he could fix that relationship, and I think the reality is just continuing to set in more and more that he's missed that ship. That ship has sailed. And he finally took the ring off here, and then he's confronting this loneliness, or at least that question has been brought up in his mind, that people perceive him as such, or that his ex-wife perceives him as such, and that has bled on down into his daughter as well. And he's wrestling with, is he or is he not? And he put out a pretty tough face when it came to his daughter, when he's like, nah, she say alone or lonely, because they are very different things. You know, just because you are alone doesn't mean you're lonely. Once Natalie brought it up, though, and asked that same question, there was a big old hesitation followed by a deflection to the question, which I think at this point he's realized, yeah, he kind of is lonely. It sucks. And, you know, him talking about that Japanese rock garden and stuff, and equating that to life and all these other things. And then, I don't know, I love the way that all kind of came about. And just that whole scene between those two, I found that really, really beautiful. Again, like with many things, despite how everything has been going, Sydney hasn't even signed the agreement. The agreement's not even ready yet. You know, she got the DocuSign in the email, but they said they're still working on the logistics, the wording. So it's still not even like in stone what she's signing, but she's already like, hey, I'm getting a raise, and she signed this lease. And we've seen it time and time and again with Sydney. She's the most together person in this entire bunch, and consistent. And which is why, like, I hate when Carby just keeps throwing these curveballs. Like, even again, he's like, she called him out on changing the menu again. He's like, where was this communication? You know what? Sure, it's fine. It's fine. It's frustrating in the moment, sure, because they're dishes she's coming up with. He's making little tweaks, little alterations. And that in and of itself can be like a thing, because you'll take it as a criticism on yourself for the choices you made. And then having that tampered with without your call. But then again, he did it after everything was already supposedly locked and printed. So there should not have been any further changes. But he made changes, which means their menus that are now currently printed are not accurate, or do not represent what he has now put on the menu. And that's because of this lack of communication. And I'm like, she fucking called him out on it. And that's been like par for the course. like Carmy is just this constant like ball of chaos that keeps throwing off her groove every time, at every step. And it's always super frustrating. And I like that he at least acknowledged it in this moment. He was like, oh, yeah, that is pretty shitty communication, you know? And then they were trying to get prepared. You know, they didn't expect to be reviewed, but one of those people that Sydney bumped into in the street was undercover. Not even undercover, but was just there nonchalantly with a group of friends, taste testing everything. And I presume that's the guy that's going to write the review. Or it was just somebody we hadn't seen. He also was one of the chefs that they were meant to be keeping an eye out for, but because of how chaotic everything was, he went completely unnoticed. I thought I had seen him before, but I can't really pinpoint where, to be honest. But I know I've seen that guy pop up, I think. Unless I'm gaslighting myself into thinking I've seen him. But yeah, man, Carmy needs to get his shit together. I mean, hell, that's been the entire show so far, is him figuring this shit out. You know, because he's right now, I see him as the problem. Which is funny to me when the compliment that Sydney got from the person that went there and ate complimented how the dish, he enjoyed it and loved it. Because it was new, because it didn't feel like something Carmy would make. Because at least it goes to show that their collaboration is working. Because it is spicing things up. It's putting something out there that's not just a recreation of what Carmy would usually do. Which shows that they have like an energy or a vibe or a stamp or a mark that they both kind of carry. And that hers is the kind of one that's shining through. Which should be the case, because it's a menu she came up with. Even if he is tweaking shit here and there, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I found that really fascinating. We got Tina going out and trying to go to the farmer's market, and, you know, because that was her responsibility now, is doing that and getting the produce that they need and whatnot. You know, Natalie is dealing with the coming of the pregnancy, and Pete's going off on a 2-week vacation. I don't know if they said where, but he's going off somewhere. And, you know, she's just wrestling with this idea of like how, like all their baggage, all their bullshit, the relationship she's got with her mother, her own fears, doubts, and anxieties, and how to keep that from the child and stuff like that. I think that's a natural fear that any parent would have, you know, to spread that onto their kid, to try to, you want them to like be as free from any of that as possible. So there's not like, you're not putting that ball and chain on them right as they come into the world again and repeating that cycle. You want them to be the one that breaks that, you know? And I think Richie's doing a pretty good job. I like that they had that talk between those two, you know, because he's been doing this for a while, and it seems like everything's, with his kid at least, has been working out pretty well, even if the relationship between him and the mother is, you know, what it is. I don't know. Marcus is just kind of floating at this point, understandably, after the loss of his mother. Even him sitting back in his home, you know, sitting there, turning the machine on just to feel like she's still there. At least that was my interpretation of the scene. So obviously it wasn't connected to anybody, but he would turn it on so he'd hear the mechanics, he would hear the beeping, he would hear the whirring of the motor and everything, the pumping of the air, because that would be a noise he would have been used to by this point. It would make him not feel alone, like she was there feeling that moment with him. And then finding that bud blossomed on that dead vine is kind of indicative of, you know, and he took a moment. He got out of his car, saw that, and took a picture of it. And I love that little moment, because it felt like to me he was like seeing that in this death, in this decay, something new can come out of that, or something can survive that, you know, because it looked like that blossom, those petals and everything with that bud it was on the dead branch. Could have looked at that wrong, but that was the way I saw it. And I thought that was kind of beautiful, because it echoes his situation a little bit. And then just, again, this encapsulation with Carmy that we got, this little insight into his head, yet again, a conversation with Claire that we didn't get to see before. And we got to see this here talking about their favorite days of the week and him trying to figure out when that is. And he's just like, definitely not Sunday. And she's like, okay, is it the anxiety of, you know, the start of the week? And I know that's for me, for Sundays, that's what I don't like that much. It's supposed to be the day of rest, you know, but it's the day I'm freaking out about and dreading Monday. Before Monday's even here, I'm already worrying about it. And he's just like, no, it's not that. It's just because the kitchen's closed. He doesn't know what to do with himself when he's not working, when he's not moving, when he's not in the middle of something. So then she just fucking drops that fucking terror bomb on us about that kid getting themselves in that accident. And I'm like, God damn, man. What a heavy little opening right after all that, too. Oh, I completely even sidetracked what I was talking about in that moment about Sydney kind of just going headfirst into things without really giving it that space. It's something her father's aware of. But then again, there's also that balance, I think. You know, he's being like, okay, stay, stop, think. I think a little too much. He's like keeping her away from risk while she's just all about just taking the risk. And I don't think she sees these things as risks in the moment, which is why I think he's overcompensating. I think there's like a middle ground. Like, she hasn't signed the agreement because the agreement hasn't been solidified yet, and she hasn't got the raise yet. but she already signed the lease for this place that is away from her father, away from this safety net for her finances, and, you know, blah, 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 all the things. Like, she just jumped right into it. And he was then there trying to basically talk her out of it this entire time, or at least make sure she's considered every angle. And she's like, nope, I already got the keys. You know, it's very indicative of her. It's kind of like her flaw. You know, it happened with her startup. It happened with everything else up until this point. But again, they need to fucking iron out everything in the kitchen. Fuck, man. They were worried about, these people coming in and reviewing them, and they've already been reviewed. Somebody's showing up to take pictures later because they've already been here and tasted the food. Fun, fun, fun. What a fire to light under their asses. This is probably the most I've laughed that wasn't triggered by uncomfort and fear and anxiety. I've laughed quite a bit of times in this because of awkward situations and because I was feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes that makes me laugh, or the situation is just absurd and chaotic to the point where I'm laughing. There were some genuinely heartwarming, funny moments in this episode. Ha ha, hee hee. Good job. You did it. But guys, that's kind of all I got for right now. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel and get you access as well. Speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Man, share your course, Scott, Robert Algiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.